The name's Sanchez. Lauren Sanchez. You know her best as the bride of Jeff Bezos, the billionaire founder of Amazon. But Bezos wants the world to know her by another title, Bond Girl.
Stay where you are.
I can assure you my intentions are strictly honorable.
Amazon took over creative control for the James Bond franchise in February 2025 after buying up original owner MGM Studios in 2022. Casting for the next Bond movie hasn't started yet, at least not for James Bond, but according to some insiders, whoever plays him next may have to prove his chemistry with Jeff Bezos' wife. That's according to Rob Shooter, former executive editor of OK Magazine. An insider source tells Shooter that Jeff isn't messing around here. He's all in on making the former TV journalist a Bond girl. Per the insider, he's obsessed. This isn't just fantasy casting. Jeff wants her on screen, period. You might be saying, but wait, can Lauren Sanchez even act? It's true that her big screen experience has mainly been limited to playing herself as a reporter, and according to Shooter's sources, Hollywood is well aware of her limitations. One studio exec spilled, "She's not an actress, but she's Jeff's muse, and when you spend $8 billion, you get what you want." The last Bond film, No Time to Die, raked in almost $800 million globally back in 2021, and served as a swan song for Daniel Craig as the suave secret agent. The Bond franchise has been going strong for 6 decades now. It's one of the most successful franchises of all time, in fact. So surely Jeff Bezos wouldn't risk tarnishing that legacy by casting his inexperienced wife in a role that's previously been filled by luminaries like Halle Berry and Michelle Yeoh. It's a wild piece of gossip, but Lauren Sanchez must be used to it by now. Click here for just some of the rumors she's dealt with over the years as her profile skyrocketed. Potential Bond girl casting aside, what do we even know about the next installment in the iconic franchise? Amazon bigwigs are pumped, for sure. CEO Andy Jassy gushed on a recent earnings call. James Bond is in the hands of one of today's greatest filmmakers. We cannot wait to get started on 007's next adventure. He's referring to Denis Villeneuve, the Canadian director responsible for raking in more than $1 billion globally with his big screen adaptations of the Dune novels. Dune Part 3 is due out in December 2026, so he's got his hands full, taking on what will be the 26th official Bond film. Stephen Knight, best known as the creator of Peaky Blinders, is on board to write the screenplay, but there's no release date or title yet. And most critically for fans, there's no new James Bond yet either, but there's been plenty of speculation. Spider-Man himself, Tom Holland, is one of the names that's been floated, but he's downplayed the rumors.
Listen, there's speculation at the minute. We'll keep it to a minimum for now.
You think?
Yeah, we'll get there one day.
The idea of Tom Holland romancing Lauren Sanchez in an exotic location is pretty wild. The two would have a 26-year age gap and make for quite a mismatched pair. Not to mention the fact that Spider-Man aside, Holland hasn't really proven himself as a big screen draw, with his last film Uncharted underperforming for Sony. That might all change, however, with Holland set to appear in Christopher Nolan's adaptation of The Odyssey next summer, plus his return to the tights in Spider-Man Brand New Day. But even if Holland becomes a more viable James Bond in the coming months, it's unlikely the 29-year-old would be paired with the 55-year-old Sanchez, unless Jeff Bezos wants to shake up the new 007 and send a message about age gap love.